Hey y'all, peace from on top of the old disc grinder. It's April 4th, happy Easter weekend. Show you what we've been up to. As you can see there, we got back wheel off Bray's cart. We got a little platform clamped in place. I've already had this on, so I kind of know where it goes. We got the clutch on. Outboard, as you can see, the teeth got to be close to the seat to be able to, we tried it the other way first, and we just, the chain would probably maybe be parallel with this bar, but that's as far, I mean, we would have had to go. It was with the bolt was right up against the seat. As it sits right now, we're just, if we get the drain plugs probably just east of that tube, right, just on the outside. It looks pretty close. I mean, we're just eyeballing things right now, mocking stuff up. That puts us, we'd have to move the gear over a little bit, but we're clear of the seat strut. Kim at PKT told me it's going to be about 3/16 of an inch away from that strut. It's going to be close. So we went ahead and blocked it up. Let me see, this is our little angle gauge. We're trying to simulate 8 degrees. This is nice. My brother Kenny gave me this, 59, this is 59 degrees. We have not turned on any heat out here. We'll zero it out. And then we'll put it up here. The crazy thing is that thing should have stayed lit up. Why didn't it stay lit up? There we go. Huh, I don't know if you got to push another button to make it stay on. We're like 3/10. 2/10. We can get it at 0 though. You gotta hold it. There we go, 0. We put it up here. And we're at 7.9, 8.1, so it's about 8 degrees. And we've already worked all this stuff off before we turn the camera on this time. That's right. We live and learn, right, Glenda? So, you see what we got going on here. We put the Nerf bar in place. We used some clamps to clamp it up underneath because we're up underneath here where we got the rear mounting point. So I'll show you exactly what we did here. We went ahead and took that little stub there up underneath this plate. Sorry about the camera. Right, and then we kind of got it aligned up. We put that clamp there back here on this plastic. Used the straight edge of the plastic to keep us straight and square. We put a straight edge off the end of that stub to make sure the Nerf bar wasn't like this or wasn't like this, that it was straight. And we measured from center of the hole in the Nerf to center of the hole in the cart, and we got about 85 millimeters. About 85 millimeters. So, where's our measuring device that we used? There it is. About 85 millimeters. So that tells us it's going to be 85 millimeter wider than it was. Right? So what we've got here to use, as you can see, is, about 25. About 25 millimeter, about an inch. We know this is a 950 axle. We measured it. So at 950, if we moved out 25 on each side, right, that makes, if we take 25 from 85, that leaves us with 60. Correct? Correct. You smell what I'm cooking? So this is just part of mock-up. when we get the motor mount, this will be a lot easier to do. What we'll do is we'll make the Nerf bar just clear this here, so just so there, if it bounces up and down, there's no way for it to ground, what we call a ground out, where it makes contact with this. So we'll leave a little air gap in there. Like I said, if we had 950 and we move out 25 and 25, taking that 25 off the 85 that we measured, that leaves 60 each side, that's 120. 950 and 120 is 1,020, so a 1,000 millimeter axle is not going to do it for us. It will be 20 millimeter too short. Now the rule that I looked up for the rules were for cup carts North America or something, right? CKNA, and they said you can't be more than 1.5 inches, 1.5 wider outside of your wheel, wider than your hubs. You can't have any less than half of the width of your tire past your bumper, right? Any more than that, you're illegal. Sorry about the camera. We can be 1.5 inches past the outside of the widest part of the pods. And we can be 1.3 inside the widest part of the pods. 1.3 inside, no more than 1.5 outside. So, I mean, 1,000 millimeter would work, I mean, obviously, but we'd be inside the total width of the pods on the Nerfs. And the way we had it set up, with this being 1 inch in, right, well, let me throw this left side pod on, and we'll show you how we had it set up and how I like it to look, first of all. Now, looks are one thing. When Bray gets better or gets good, God willing, he'll be able to tell us. You know, it's a little loose, you know, and we would move the rear outer, or we'd move the front in, or whatever, right? So, man, these things. I get this bum shoulder. I hurt myself, folks, lifting those cabinets up and stacking them up like I did. Big, huge mistake. Try to do that by myself at 60 years old. My good shoulder, the one that's never had any surgery, is all botched up now. Okay, let's go about right there. About right there. So that's how he had it set up. It's a little inside the rear bumper, but it's just a hair maybe outside of this here. And front, man, those, you look, those spindles are all shoulder. Look at the length of the shoulder on those bad boys. We've only got one, I think it's a 10 millimeter spacer. All the spacers are out here. So, yeah, I mean, we can go wider. We can't go much narrower, but we can go wider. So obviously the rear end is going to be wider. If it's going to be another 60 millimeter, let's measure with our measuring device. Where is it? Where did you just set it down, Bubby? Anybody remember where I just put that thing? There it is in the seat. Hey, hey. So, we're going to have to, we're just mocking up. This is giving us, it's raining like blue blazes out there. Let's see. 60 is the side of my thumb there. About there. So we'd have to come out quite a bit yet. It's out about 30. So we'd have to come out here like this. You see what we got going. Just moving 1 inch on the axle. On the rear axle is not going to do it. Not for our preference anyway. I mean, that just looks stupid. So, yes, yeah. above everything else, it is a fashion show out there. Not just the way you dress and your helmet matching your suit, matching your gloves and shoes, matching your cart. Your cart can't look stupid either. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if that's the way it handles, it's the way it goes. Well, guess the news, too bad. So we're more than likely, looks like we're going to need an axle. But what we'll do is motor mount. It's still another probably 5 or 6 days out. We won't be able to take this cart to driver training, driver class on this coming Saturday. Today's Saturday, the 4th, so it'll be next week, next Saturday the 11th. But we'll take the DR. He just needs something to drive around to exercise what he's learned. We don't need to turn laps in that go-kart. He don't need to be going fast. All they're going to do is teach him how to do formation laps, because they just run around the oval like they do at Lansing, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So we can use the other cart. It's not that big a deal. But once we get mount and get chain lined up, we'll have a bunch of other things to do, like this chain guard being in his seat practically. We'll have to trim that a little bit. Maybe add a little plastic to the top side here. Enclose this. We don't want the chain lube getting all over the fancy suit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it all starts, with the engine speaking to the sprocket. And then from there we will adjust the nerfs. I said we have 22 millimeter tubing is, 20 millimeter tubing. The nerfs are 20 millimeter tubing. And we have plenty of 20 millimeter chrome tubing laying around. We got a bumper we can cut up if we have to, but we'll more than likely use steering shaft. And I've already got a piece here from that we cut off of something else. I think this was from the rear bumper. It was just a frame rail to frame rail rear bumper, right? We got from Joe Wallace. It came with this number panel right here on it, as a matter of fact. We used that for the front bumper rebuild, modernization, upgrade on the CRG. So now I'm just rambling. I'm going to go in and hunker down. The wife called from the other side of Royal Oak. They were in the basement because there was a tornado warning or watch, or whatever they told them to take cover. So she said, it's headed your way. Well, I looked at the radar, nothing saying, you know, the Canadians haven't told us, hey, you use Yankees over there, take cover, eh? We'll find out. We'll see. If it's my time to go, you know, it's being lifted up out of here by a tornado isn't the way I was imagining it, but I'll take it. I'll take it, baby. All right, mocking up, trying to find material that we need to get everything done. I think we're all set. We're just, motor mount's holding us up. Motor mount's holding us up. Hang in there, y'all. It'll get better. It's getting better already.